Okay, Governor, it's great to have you on. Broken but Unbowed. It's a book that goes from everything of back in 1984 when you had your horrible accident that left you paralyzed and waist down for life, all the way up into you want some new amendments to the U.S. Constitution. Let's start with the back in 1984. That day. Of course, it's a silly question to say, how did it change your life? But did it make you stronger?
It absolutely made me stronger. My wife is amazed because she hears me say that my life is better after my accident than it was before my accident, because, there's this old saying, that which doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And that's exactly what happened with me, because I went through the test of fire and came out even better. But it's something that we all learn a lot. The truth is, each one of your listeners right now have their own challenges in one way or another. And what I learned is that our lives are not defined by the way that we are challenged. Instead, they are defined by the way that we respond to those challenges. And think about the kind of state that we live in today, where we have a guy as a young man whose life can literally be broken in half and never be able to walk again. And yet that person can rise up and be governor of this great state. The same type of overcoming of obstacles applies to every single one of your listeners.
And in this book, you're calling for that convention of states that people have talked about over and over. Some say it'll never happen, Governor. You're pretty staunch in the corner of, hey, we need to have it happen. Why are you calling so strongly for this convention of states to get together?
First, the urgency of it is needed now more than ever. We live in an unprecedented time. We are $19 trillion in debt and digging deeper every single day. Your listeners and their children and their grandchildren are paying a price, and what that price is more than money. It is freedom. Our founders warned us that debt will choke off freedom, and we are sapping and losing our freedom every single day because of the debt we're running into. Second, here's an easy quiz, and that is, who is it that writes all these federal laws that we are governed by? The Constitution says it's supposed to be Congress. Right. The fact is these unelected, unaccountable bureaucrats of these federal agencies like the IRS, like the EPA, et cetera, and because it's unaccountable, we have no control over what goes on in our life. And I go through a bunch of examples like that. But listen, I'm the guy who has sued the federal government 34 times. I'm the first to be able to tell you that a lawsuit is not going to fix this. The only thing that can fix it are the first three words of the Constitution, and that is, we, the people. This country was made for us, designed by us, and we have the responsibility to chart a better, stronger, freer pathway forward.
The book is called Broken but Unbowed, comes out May the 17th, with all proceeds going to Operation Finally Home. What is Finally Home, Governor?
Finally Home is an outstanding organization. Importantly, I don't receive a single penny off of this. Who does receive it are our veterans who wore the uniform of the United States military, who are finally now home. And this organization helps them locate a home that they can live in. And so this is so good for the people who fought for our freedom. The least that we can do is to live up to the freedom they fought for.
All right. Hey, give us an opinion on the oil and gas industry in Texas. Have we bottomed out yet? Because I know that's how the industry goes, up and down and up and down. Have we bottomed out yet, or are we still looking for some rougher times?
Well, as long as you'll put an asterisk by this, knowing that I am not an oil and gas trader, but I am a Texan, and so I have lived through these ups and downs. In fact, I've been a lawyer and doing workouts because of these ups and downs in the past. And here's my observation of where we are. That of course, oil has gone down, and everybody knows why. And that's because of an oversupply in the market. We are now seeing a contraction of that oversupply in the market. It is up a little bit right now because of all these talks about maybe a gathering and an agreement in the Middle East that probably is not going to pan out the way that it's supposed to be. So I will predict that in the short run, meaning the next week or two, you will see the price of the barrel go down a tiny bit because people have overtalked the value of this mini taking place in the Middle East. But after that, we've seen increasing signs that demand and supply are coming back into alliance. And when that happens, the price will gradually, slowly go back up.
I saw you hanging with Emmett Smith last night. I mean, you keep pretty good company.
That's pretty good.
He's a man. Let me tell you, he looks like he could go in and play right now. And also, let me tell you, I think the Cowboys could use him right now.
There you go.
Well, help out the veterans with Finally Home. That's where all the proceeds of the book Broken but Unbowed go to. Governor, it's we have a 50,000-watt radio station here. You're always welcome to pop on with us.
Well, thank you, guys. Thank you for all you're doing, and thank your listeners.
You bet. You bet.
Governor Greg Abbott with his new book, May 17. You'll be able to pick that up. That's when it debuts.
Can you imagine having a tree fall on you?
Yeah.
And changing your world forever.
No question, but it hasn't stopped him. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Off we go to traffic.